Chase Brown, he's the RB25 through 2 games. Obviously, the Bengals had a big injury that I'm sure we'll talk about more down the line, but we'll talk about it specifically as it relates to Chase Brown. I have him at a 6. If Joe Burrow were still there, I think it'd be a 3 or 4. People can show me all the numbers of, the offense actually does this with Jake Browning, so it'll be fine. But this is about to be a 3-month sample. I think the offense is probably going to be worse, probably going to be less consistent. They will move the ball because they have 3 very good players in Chase, Higgins, and Chase Brown, but it's just going to be less consistent. And I think the ceiling is just a lot lower and the floor is also a lot lower. So I'm very concerned for all those guys just in that perspective. But also, talk about the run game. His 0.14 yards before contact, 7th lowest. We see this every year with the Bengals. Maybe they run more under center stuff without Joe Burrow with Jake Browning, and that gets a little bit better. We'll see. But what happens if the volume dips even a little bit for Chase Brown? And that is kind of one of my low-key concerns for him going forward. Not that someone's taking his job or even taking over a role in this backfield, but 21 for 43 and 16 for 47 through 2 weeks. And I'm not saying that's his fault. I think a lot of it is not, but if he's not getting that kind of volume, he's got all of their touches inside the 5 from the running back position. If he's not getting all that volume, and I have these worries about the O-line and the quarterback, I just worry a little bit for him being a top 12 running back, which is what you need him to be to live up to his draft price.
Yeah, and I'm at an 8. So I have similar concerns to you. I think they're just more exacerbated. I don't think this offense is going to be as good with Jake Browning. I know he was able to lead his drive and win the game for them. But you don't really replace Joe Burrow. You add in you talked about the rushing. He's spectacularly inefficient over the first 2 games. Now the Browns were one of those teams, and the Browns also held up Derrick Henry, which is a pretty hard thing to do.
Yeah.
So it might just be a really good run defense in Cleveland. But he's averaging 2.5 yards a carry. He has 5 targets this season. He's averaging 3 yards a target. Not good. It's efficiency.
He's averaging 2.5 yards a carry. I also saw a highlight from the second game where I think he had a 14-yard run. It's okay, so what happened on the other 20 runs in this game to get him to 43 yards?
Yeah. And he's not efficient as a receiving back right now. And this is kind of one of those situations we've talked about with some other players who are talented, where I just really don't know if Chase Brown is a 90% touch guy. He's an explosive player. And when you ask that player to be on the field the entire time, that explosiveness dwindles. It's harder to do it. It's a long NFL game. And you put him behind a very bad pass blocking and run blocking offensive line. And now you have a quarterback where defenses are going to be a lot more keen just to put bodies in the box and make them scared. It's an uphill battle for him to be worth his 2nd round pick value right now. And he's really living off of that 1 touchdown he has to even be close to an RB2,
which was a great play by him.
Great play. But he's probably one of the running backs with the most touches in the NFL, and he's done the smallest amount with it. And now his offense has gotten worse. It's just a hard thing for me to be optimistic about.
To be clear, he is a much better player than Pacheco, but he's actually been more inefficient than Isaiah Pacheco has this year. And we just had all those things to say about him. So that's how inefficient he's been so far.
Oh, man, I didn't think about that. That is terrible.